everyone. We are going to start with cardiovascular system. As you all know that it is a powerful organ of our body which is controlling the whole body system by supplying the blood entire through the body, and it is carrying the deoxygenated blood from the body towards the heart, and then it is channelizing towards the lungs to purify. So we already have gone through all the anatomical structures of cardiovascular system. Still, let's have a look on it. We know what is cardiovascular system. It is a greater part of circulatory system. As I told you that it is what it is taking over the fluid throughout the body, that is blood, throughout the circulatory system from the body towards again the heart. And again, both so cardiovascular system and lymphatic systems are playing the role as lymphatic system which is involving the antibody and antigen reactions, and it is the lymphatic systems which moves towards the lymph. So that is why if there is any kind of antibody or antigen reaction comes, if it is any infectious conditions, it can be clearly seen towards the lymph node enlargement. Blood which is containing what? We know that why it is necessary. It is carrying nutrition, it is carrying oxygen throughout the body to give the cells to breathe and oxygenate. So it is very necessary to have proper blood supply to each and every place, and it is removing the waste from the body. So it has multiple roles. Now let's have a look towards the picture. Okay. Fine. You know that this is the blood vessels which is carrying the or channelizing the blood from heart towards the whole system, and each and every organ is being supplied with the blood. Heart is what it is. It is the powerful organ which is acting as a powerhouse of the body to contract the blood from itself, and then it is ejecting towards the system. Simultaneously, lymphatic system, lymph vessels which is carrying the plasma, and it is having multiple of antibody cells and antigens. So this is what it is carrying the system of immunization, immune system which we are saying that lymph nodes is having, and it is also saving the body from certain kind of infection which might be carried through the blood vessels, or any kind of organ which is having the infection can be carried through the lymphatic vessels. Let's have a look towards the whole network or channel of the blood supply. We know that as the trees are having multiple branches to supply each and every leaf the proper nutrients, so simultaneously this whole system of blood supply is also having the capillary blood, tissue fluids, and lymph capillaries, minor tubules which is carrying to each and every cells the blood supply. Mitral valves, and again the purified blood from the left ventricle will be channelized from the aortic wall towards the aorta and carried to the different branches of the body. That is from the body branch they are having the different branch, or lower body there is a different branch. So hope it is clear with you now. So this is what we have to see, that there are different branches. For left coronary artery there are different branches, left coronary artery and right coronary artery, which is again going to the ascending aorta, and what we had seen here. Okay. Next, right coronary artery, that is again branching towards the ascending aorta, which is supplying the right atrium and sinoatricular atrial node, I'm sorry, which is called as a pacemaker. Fine. So can you see this? What is the left coronary artery? It is part of the left side, which is getting, again it has been rebranched into what? Circumflex arteries. So whenever there are the blockages occurring, so if these minute capillaries or minor arteries are being blocked, so it can be a disastrous situation. If these major arteries are being blocked, so it can be somewhere helped out with the surgical intervention or the medical interventions. But if these are being blocked completely, so it can lead to what? Infarction. Because what? If it is blocked, so in that case, what will happen? No blood supply to the tissues, and that will lead to infarction, which we will see in the further lectures. So hope this is clear with you. So let's move ahead. Before going through, I will like to see that again these are right side branches, that is we have seen, that is acute marginal arteries and posterior ascending arteries. Okay. Now, once we have the cardiac system is aware, we are aware about the cardiac system, how the blood supply is working, and we are having a clear look for it. So we have to, we should know that once the blood supply by these minute capillaries or arterioles, we have to calculate the ejection fraction. Even if this ejection fraction is not sufficient, in that case we can decide the person has to go towards the surgical intervention. That can be minor surgical intervention, or uh, it can be the major surgical interventions. Okay. Let's have a look towards the conducting system. Conducting system is what? It is playing the whole role how the heart will contract and relax. So this is why the part is electrical conduction system. But who is playing the role? So let's have a look that all of the heart muscles and other nodes, which is, even we can say this is a pacemaking signals which is being transformed by the conductor systems, and even the nervous system is having any kind of role to uh, play the whole conduction system of the heart. So this is the electrical conduction system of the heart, which is transferring the signal which is generated by sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node, which has been, you can see over here, sinoatrial node is this is called as a pacemaker. Artificial pacemaker we apply in case the heart is not able to pump it by itself or spontaneously. So here what we need is the automated sinoatrial node. This is also called as a pacemaker of the heart, which is very necessary to do the electrical conductive system. So this is generating the sinoatrial node, which is traveling the electrical activity or impulse through the right atrium to the atrioventricular node along the bundle of His. What is bundle of His? It is the lower branches which is carrying towards the myocardial muscles, and it is helping for the contractile activities. Okay, next, the signal is stimulating the contraction first to the right and then to the left atrium. So both of the things I already told you, that atrium has to contract simultaneously, upper chambers has to contract simultaneously, and then after the lower chambers, these are ventricles, that is right and left ventricles, will allow them to pump. So hope this is very clear with you. Let's have a look towards the electrical signals which is being arising in the SA node. We know that where it is located in the right atrium part, or it can be said that it is a junction of that part, which will stimulate both the atria to contract and travel to the atrioventricular node, which is located in the interarterial septum. I told you that is interarterial septum. This is the septum of the atriums. Okay, after a delay, this will be divergent. Okay, just keep in mind that if SA node is not working enough, the AV node will be the second role player or substitute, which will try to play the role of the SA node. After this is delayed, the stimulus will diverge and conduct it into the right and left bundle of His. See, this is the bundle of His, and it is again being respectively branched into the Purkinje fibers. This is the side of the hearts. These are the Purkinje fibers. This is the bundle of His, which has been again bifurcated into left and right side. Okay, as well as epicardium at the apex of the heart. This is the epicardium of the neck. Is the apex of the heart. This is the conical part of the heart. Okay, fine. Hope it is clear with you. Always keep in mind that in case SA node is not working, which is the pacemaker, real pacemaker of the heart and body, in case it is not able to work, so in that case, atrioventricular node will be working and it will be substituting the work of the heart. Fine, let's have a look towards the conducting system in brief. That is sinoatricular node, which is acting as a pacemaker, which is located in the septum, atrium septum of the heart, and it is the internodal pathway, which is again being connected to the sinoatricular node, generates 70 to 80 impulses per minute. Very important that atrial is contracting, that is it is always generating 70 to 80 impulses. Once the impulses is being paused, there is a pause that is being done by the AV. So we can say that is a relaxation part between the contraction and relaxation activities of atrium and ventricular, which is being carried out by the AV node. So ventricles have the time to fill up. I told you that preload is there, but after load we have to again count. This chamber is being fulfilled, but it has to be emptied completely to the ventricles. And same thing here, vice versa, ventricles has to be emptied again. So let's go through. Lastly, AV bundles branches, which is conducts the impulse through the interventricular septum. So this is the part where the AV bundle branches is conducting the impulse, and lastly the Purkinje fibers, which is doing the cellular reflections towards the cells of the ventricles. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Sinoatricular node, which is having the synchronization with the atrial syncytium, junction fibers, atrioventricular node, AV bundle, bundle of branches, and Purkinje fibers, and lastly ventricular syncytium. Okay, hope this is clear with you.